Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. 38th favorite dad in the family community, Papa West, Jacob West. And while, yes, I am a father, I have siblings, which means I am a brother as well. And I just happen to be the world's okayest brother, just so you know. But I'm not here to gloat about how okay of a brother I am. I'm here for a singles match. We are almost halfway through this singles tournament. It's only taken us 5 years, not really like 5, 6 months, a lot longer than it should have. But that's on me. That's my fault. We're going to try to get through this, even if it kills me. TMG singles tournament, please do not kill me. But in case something happens to me, I do have a backup. He's going to be here co-hosting with me. And again, if anything happens, he is taking over this. Chad Webb. Chad, how's it going today?
Hey, it's going great. I forgot this singles tournament was still a thing, so I'm glad it's still going.
Chad, fun fact, he has the first win in the tournament, so he knows how long this thing has taken. Yeah, I had hair when this thing started.
Oh, shit.
Now I wear a hat. I wear it for many reasons. The hair, not the biggest reason I wear it, but it's a reason. Any thoughts for this match tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I don't envy either of these players because they have to go up against fantastic players. So, if I ever get to face one of these players, it's going to be a challenge. So we'll have to see who comes out on top. Excited.
It is. Yeah. Very exciting match. Of course, the seeds mean absolutely nothing because I randomized the drawing and then decided to randomize the seeds even more to truly make this random. But of course, because seeds are a thing, Chad is the number 1 seed, so he should win this all. And I'm going to bring in our number 12 seed, Jeremy Adams. Jeremy, is it true that Chad is 11 times better than you? Or is that just a random number generator playing a cruel trick?
No, I think maybe 5 or 6 times better, but I don't know about 11.
Okay.
I think you got me in classics at least.
gotta stay humble, but not that humble.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've seen you last. Actually, the last time we saw you was when I was kicking matches out left and right to try to qualify people for the singles tournament. Your debut match was against someone who wasn't debuting, but was making their actual YouTube debut in the TMG singles world, where you beat Abel Delu. What have you been doing since that little break?
I don't know. That seems like so long ago. Like it's hard to even remember what I've been doing and all that time. But I'm always excited to have a second match. I just feel like whatever your numbers were didn't quite go in my favor today because I got one of the toughest guys to try to go up against, and it's somebody who has bested me in other leagues and stuff. So I'm definitely concerned about today, but heck, it's been a long time since I played, so I'm excited to get another match and see where it goes.
And we're definitely excited to have you. Well, Jeremy, I'm going to kick you out real quick, but don't be upset. I will bring you back. So this is nothing personal. It's personal at the end when I call you a loser, because I call everybody a loser when they lose.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens when you lose. Our second, Robert Castner, the number 21 seed. Robert, one and done, but 0. What a one, Castner.
It's supposed to be an O. I just wanted to make sure that I could fit the whole thing on as a name. So just an O.
Okay. Well, I imagine that is from something. Robert, it's actually been a lot longer since we've seen you. In fact, last time you participated, I wasn't running singles.
No.
It was a cluster of like 3 people, one who was supposed to do it. And then I believe Kevin was just like, hey, we need to get some matches. Let me do this triple threat. We saw you were victorious in a triple threat that actually saw this guy and Dan Skip Allen taking each other on, and you came out victorious with that. What have you been doing with this long break?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Papa, because I've loved and lived, I've cried and I've laughed, I've climbed mountains, and I've dove into the deepest depths of the seas, up and down, left and right. That's what I've been doing. And through that, I've gained a wealth of knowledge and experience. Is it going to help today? I don't know. Does life really translate to movie trivia and vice versa? Only time will tell.
I mean, it's turned into me to some great stories. Talking to people in person, because that is still a thing. So yes, it actually means something in the grand scheme of life. Any words of encouragement or trash talk you want to give to your opponent?
I
While we
mean, I
keep
know
moving?
this was random, but I felt like when you put this one together, it was the meanest of the random ones to do, because I feel like on any given day, Jeremy and I should be like on opposite sides to meet at a final, but we're here in the first round because, you know, numbers are stupid. I mean, I know how good Jeremy is. That's why my name is as it is, because I'm not expected to come out on top because he is a much more well-rounded movie person than I am necessarily. But I'm here to just try my best to have fun. I'm looking forward to this kind of match because I like the TMG singles format, and I think that will play well into how this match will unfurl.
Well, I hope it does play well. I'm going to go ahead and add your opponent. And I want to say to everybody, the main reason I did the random number generator was because I thought it would be fun. And I did it like 3 times, and I came out as number 1. And I'm like, there's no way I can keep it, because everyone's going to be like, that's collusion. You did that on purpose. I'm like, I'll do one more. I didn't even look at the numbers. I was writing everything down. And then when I wrote out the bracket, I saw this, and I'm like, I should have done it one more time, because this is not right.
Do you remember that episode of The Office when Jim's like the co-manager and Dwight does a little subterfuge where he tries to make Jim seem like the employee of the month to give himself a bonus, and then they go to the next person and it's Pam and everybody gets pissed off? It's kind of like this.
That's exactly what would have happened. I'm trying to keep that from happening. So I'm going to blame a computer when in fact this was all a little plan. But before we deluge into how much of collusion is involved in this, I do want to break down the rules. Every match is 3 rounds to a finish. We will only talk about the first round because that is the round that we are in. Round 1, I'm going to ask both of you 10 questions in random categories of movies. You're going to take an answer. You're going to think of an answer, whether it's the correct answer, a funny answer, draw me a picture, tell me I look good, whatever you want, write it on your board, write it on a piece of paper, etch a sketch, carve it into your arm. I really do not care. Biggest thing is after a certain amount of time, 15, 20 seconds, I will call on your name. You will reveal your answer and vocally tell me what is written on your board. If what you say and what you write match and they are correct, I will give you a point. If they are not, you get nothing. If you make me smile because what you said was funny, or you said something really nice about me, you get a personal point in my book. Unfortunately, my personal book means absolutely nothing. Brownie points? High seed in the next tournament that I decide to do 5 years from now? I don't know. Right now, it means nothing. If you by chance get all 10 questions correct, you will get a bonus question asked to you. It could be asked to both of you if both of you are good at this thing. We'll see later on down the road. Throughout the entirety of the match, you have 3 repeats you can use whenever and however you want. I will say if you did not hear me, let me know. I will give you a technical repeat because the internet's finicky at times, and I'm not going to be like, my internet sucks, I'm going to screw you out of a point or screw you out of a repeat. No, we're not doing that. And then if you do not think, or if you have an issue with my question, whether it's an incorrect answer, whatever, challenge it. Nothing's going to happen, but I give you the option to challenge it because I feel like that is nice. But that being said, Jeremy, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Robert, are you ready?
Let's go.
Chad, are you ready?
Yes.
It really doesn't matter. You are literally here to just smile and look nice. So it doesn't matter if you're ready or not. Question number 1 comes in the category of comedies. What 2 actors star in the comedy westerns Shanghai Noon and Shanghai Nights? It's a good time to let everyone know. Kind of on Chad's wall, you will see a little timer counting down from 15 to 1. This timer is not canon. This is simply for me to know how much time I'm giving you. So I give you an appropriate amount of time. in between questions and not like 5-6 minutes in between questions, which is what happened in Papa West's birthday extravaganza, which happened almost 365 days from today. Hint, hint, almost. We'll see if you catch that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, starting off with Jeremy
Owen Wilson and Jackie Chan.
and Robert.
Wow. It's Owen Wilson and Jackie Chan.
What
Owen
a
Wilson,
duo.
Jackie Chan is correct, both getting that point. Question number 2 comes in the category of Middle Earth. Who plays Steward of Gondor, Denethor, in The Return of the King? While we were testing this match, Chad, one arsonist, Jay Burns, was like, "Did you say Steward or Stewart?" And then I went on this whole funny joke of, I want to know who the random guy sitting at the gate named Stewart is. 5, 4,
Sounds
3,
about right.
2, 1. Pens down, going with Robert
You know, Fringe was a good show. John Noble.
and Jeremy.
Fringe is a great show. John Noble.
Both are well, I don't know about Fringe being a good show, but your answers are correct.
Fine.
How dare
Never
you?
watched it. Question number 3 comes in the category of Star Wars. What are the names of Luke's aunt and uncle who he grew up with in the Star Wars saga?
Ooh.
Fun fact, their last name's not Skywalker.
It's hard because
testing
you need both.
While we were
names.
testing this, I was like, I'm not going to tell you their first names, but their last name's Skywalker, so you have that. And then everyone was revealing your answers, and Jay Burns was like, Jacob, you idiot. The last name's Lars. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It is, isn't it? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, going with Jeremy
Owen and Baru Lars.
and Robert.
Owen and Baru Lars.
Owen and Baru is right. Question number 4 comes in the category of time travel movies. Who plays Deston's older brother, Prince Garsev, in Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time?
Fun game.
Yes, this is a time travel movie. While he only travels back 7 seconds in time, it is time travel. That
It's also
counts. What?
it's also the movie that that gave somebody a great indie career.
Maybe. However, time loop movies like Groundhog Day do not count. That's not time travel. That's time loop. Different physics. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, going with Robert
I know he's one of the older brothers. It said Toby Kebbell.
and Jeremy.
I had no idea. I guess David Thewlis.
Toby Kebbell is correct. Robert getting that correct, getting the first lead of the game. Question number 5 comes in the category of Stanley Kubrick. In which Kubrick film will you see a group of no-gooders known as the Droogs? Chad, what was your no-gooder gang called?
I don't have an answer to that. I actually plead the fifth on that one.
Okay. We were the French horn section of our high school band. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, going with Jeremy
Clockwork Orange.
and Robert.
Want to go get some milk after this? Clockwork Orange.
I already have milk. Both are correct. Question number 6 comes in the category of romance / rom-coms. Is it a romance? Is it a rom-com? You'll find out here in a second. Who plays Cher's best friend Dee in 1995's Clueless? Hey Chad, have you seen Clueless?
Oh yeah, love Clueless.
Watched it for the first time this year as a part of Feature Presentations Movie Challenge, where I watched this because it was directed by a woman.
Nice.
Or at least that was why I marked it off my list. I didn't check to see if it qualified for anything else. 5,
It has a
4,
great soundtrack.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, going with Robert.
You're just a virgin who can't drive? Stacey Dash.
And Jeremy.
Stacey Dash.
Stacey Dash is correct. Both getting that point. Question number 7 comes in the category of classics. Fun fact, this is Jeremy's strength. What does Norman do with Marion's body, belongings, and car after killing her in Psycho? It's a great time to let everyone know when I ask for a strength in both singles and teams, not only is it an option in round number 2 that you could possibly get, I make it an option in round number 3 you could still possibly get. But I also make it an option in round number 1, guaranteeing you to get a question in your strength. I know it's a crazy concept, picking a strength because you know you'll get a question about it. Let's see how it pays off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, going with Jeremy.
Sinks them in a swamp.
And Robert.
I said a lake.
I will accept any form of body
That's
of water
fair.
that is not a sea or an ocean.
Okay.
Lake,
Yeah, that's fair.
swamp. It's technically a swamp. I will accept both.
Okay.
Great movie.
According to Wikipedia. It's
No, it is. It's a great.
Question number
It
8
is.
comes in the category of 90s sports. These are films based around a sport that happened in the 1990s. This is Robert's strength. Fun fact. And your question is, what is the name of the kids' football team coached by Kevin O'Shea in Little Giants?
Freaking love this movie.
I love this movie too.
It's a childhood classic of mine.
Yes, it is. So anyways, Clueless, ahead of its time.
Back on Clueless.
Because
Very
girl
much
falls
so.
in love with her stepbrother. And what is like the most popular porn thing out now? Stepbrother, stepfather, whatever, step ladder. Like you put step in it, it's gonna be a hit. 5, 4,
Thanks for drawing
3,
that connection, Papa.
2, 1. Hands down, going with Jeremy.
I might have screwed up. I can remember who Kevin was. I said the Cowboys.
And Robert.
I also said the Cowboys.
It'd be weird if you coached the Giants.
All right.
It is
thank
the
God.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
In testing, a couple of people put the Giants. Question number 9 comes in the category of disaster films. 2015's San Andreas opens up with 2 scientists testing out earthquake prediction models at what U.S. landmark? Both thinking, we'll see if they can get it. This is where some hosts will say, Robert has a perfect game so far. Let's see if he can keep it up. Robert, do not worry. I will not do that to you. Hence throwing the jinx at you. 5,
You might have
4,
threw him a curveball. Let's see.
2,
You did.
1. Pens down, going with Jeremy.
No idea. I guess the Grand Canyon.
And Robert.
I said the Hoover Dam.
The Grand Canyon was the most common answer. The Hoover Dam is the correct answer. Robert,
I almost
getting
said
it
that.
right.
Wow.
I told you I wasn't jinxing you. Somebody over here thought I was.
Holy shit.
I don't do that. Question number 10 comes in just like every single round of TMG trivia. Plot synopsis. I will read off the plot synopsis of a film. It is your job to tell me what film this is. The daughter of a very strict Indian couple is not allowed to play organized soccer. While out playing for fun, a friend is amazed by her impressive skills and encourages her to play for a local semi-pro team. Now she has to use elaborate excuses to hide her games from her family while also dealing with her personal feelings. She is growing towards her coach.
I think you only needed the first couple sentences.
That's exactly what they said in testing.
Yeah.
This is when the random movie generator can either throw you a bone or throw you a huge curveball, like what happened with Chad and the Fisher King.
Oh, yeah. I still don't even know what that movie is.
It's a
Maybe I
great
need to check it out.
What it is.
Great movie.
It's apparently a great film. It has Robin Williams in it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, going with Robert.
Bend it like Beckham.
And Jeremy.
Bend it like Beckham.
Both are correct. And with that, we have a perfect round 1. Robert getting all 10 correct. Not only does he get an extra bonus point in my book, that's right, I'm surprising you with that. You will get a bonus question. This is asked strictly to you. And your question comes in the category mixed bag. I'm not going to tell you the category.
Yeah.
What kind of creature does the film Blood and Chocolate center around? For creatures, because there's multiple.
Because I don't know. This is a good. I seem to always get like movies and bonus questions I never know. I'm gonna say vampires.
That is incorrect. The correct answer, the other horror classic, werewolves.
That was my other guess. So that's
Vampires would have been my guess as well. So.
That would be the question I know the answer to. Never fails.
So with that, we are moving on to round number 2. The way round number 2 works, I am getting a wheel brought up on screen. This wheel is brought to us by wheeldecide.com. It is going to pop up any minute now. Each competitor will get a spin of the wheel. If they do not like the first spin, they do get one free respin. However, if they do not like the second, I'm sorry, you are stuck with the second spin. Each category will correspond to 5 questions in random, or not really random, but whatever that category is. You get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. If you do not know the answer, you're kind of 50-50 on an answer, or just really like options, I will give you 4 multiple choice options, one of which I can almost guarantee is the correct answer. But doing that devalues it from 2 points apiece to 1 point apiece. And then my personal favorite, if you get it wrong, your opponent can steal. So choose wisely, but opponent, you better steal when you have the chance. Today's wheel is brought to us by the Derby Club, a brand new gambling spot in Sheridan, Wyoming. So none of y'all get to go. I'm sorry, unless you want to come visit. On today's wheel, we have Harry Potter, spelled like Sherry Potter, movie release dates, James Bond, classics, Robert Strength, Sword and Sandals, 90 sports films, Robert Strength, Kaiju and other movie monsters, Sly and Arnie, and then, of course, everyone's favorite spinners and opponent's choice. With that being said, I'm going to do a couple prime spins because you get a prime spin. But, Robert, you are currently in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer to your opponents?
I think I am going to defer.
Deferring to his opponent, Jeremy. That means your spin is in. Ready or not, here it comes. As it lands on Kaiju and other movie monsters. Would you like to keep Kaiju and other movie monsters? Or spin again?
God help me, respin.
He is going to test the fates, asking the Lord for help. Well, I can promise that Jesus loves you. I do not know if he will actually help you win this match. As it lands on opponent's choice. That being said, Robert, would you like for me to repeat the categories, or do you know what you're going to give them?
Yeah, can you repeat, please?
Yes. So we have Harry Potter.
That's Sherry Potter.
Sherry Potter. Movie release dates. James Bond. Classics. Sword and Sandals. 90 sports films. Kaiju and other movie monsters. Or Sly and Arnie.
I'll give, because I don't really know what to give Jeremy, because Jeremy's awesome. So I'm going to just give him the thing he spun away from and give him Kaiju and movie monsters.
Going with Kaiju and other movie monsters. Bold strategy. I'm just excited because I can finally get rid of this category. This is one of the first ones I read.
That's why I did it.
Finally being used. So that, Jeremy, 5 questions. Again, you can opt to multiple choice if you decide. Your first question. What kind of creature is attacking a small Maine town in Lake Placid?
I believe it's a crocodile.
Were you laughing because you didn't know if it was a crocodile or an alligator?
Yes.
Crocodile is correct for 2 points.
I've had it
Number 2.
before and was just as like back and forth the other time that I had it.
Question number 2. Who plays Van Helsing's companion and Friar of the Holy Order, Carl, in Van Helsing? His name is Carl, not the Holy Order of Carl.
I'm going to have to go multiple.
Your multiple choice options are A, Richard Roxburgh, B, David Wenham, C, Kevin O'Connor, or D, Will Kemp.
David Wenham.
David Wenham is correct for 1 point. Question number 3. How does Kate test all the survivors to see if they are human or have been assimilated in 2011's The Thing?
Is it a trick question? It probably is. I'm going to go with multiple.
Your multiple choice options are A, checks their teeth for fillings, B, burns their blood, C, cuts their foot, or D, quizzes them on events prior to the alien attack.
I don't know why this is in my head, but I'm going to go with A.
The reason it's in your head is because it is the correct answer.
Yeah.
Checks their teeth for fillings is correct. Question number 4. Who directed Pacific Rim Uprising?
Oh, my God. I just don't want to mess up the last name.
Five, 4,
I'm going to play it safe and go multiple.
and make me mess up his last name. Maybe. Multiple choice options are A, Guillermo del Toro, B, Jordan Roberts, C, Stephen DeKnight, or D, Michael Dougherty.
I couldn't remember if it was Stephen DeKnight or Stephen Knight. Stephen DeKnight, C.
Stephen DeKnight is correct for the 1 point.
Should have just gone with it. Darn.
And your final question in the category of kaiju and other movie monsters. What Southeast Asian country is Jonas living in when Zhang and Mac try to recruit him to save the Mana One ship in the Meg?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Vietnam, B, Cambodia, C, Laos, or D, Thailand.
Cambodia.
Cambodia is incorrect. Robert, your chance for the 1 point steal. I will give you the full repeat. What Southeast Asian country is Jonas living in when Zhang and Mac try to recruit him to save the Mana One ship in the Meg?
I don't get the options too. No.
Yes, you do. I legitimately did not realize I did not give you the options.
Okay.
Thank you for letting me know that.
Okay.
A, Vietnam,
Mhm.
B, Cambodia, C, Laos, or D, Thailand.
So I was between two. Jeremy took one. So I'm going to take this one. And when it's wrong, I'll laugh because of how incorrect I was thinking about the whole thing. I'm going to say Vietnam.
That is incorrect.
Yeah. Okay.
The correct answer is Thailand.
Thailand.
Almost said Thailand. So close to saying Thailand.
I really wanted to say, what's the capital of Thailand?
Of course.
Because I'm a child. If you do not know the answer to that question, look it up, ladies and gentlemen. Or
And you'll
watch
laugh and
whatever
laugh
American
and
Pie
laugh.
movie it is. So with that, Jeremy doing very well, currently sees himself at 13 points. So navigating his way through that category. Robert, we are now on to you.
Yep.
It is your turn to spin the wheel.
Okay.
And again, it doesn't matter if you're ready or not because it's coming.
Yep.
And it lands on classics. Would you like to keep classics or spin it again?
No, please spin it again.
Smart. Classics. Very, very broad subject of movies that happened a while back ago. Let's see if it works out for you. It lands on Swords and Sandals.
Cool. Looking forward to this. I'm
You
not.
look forward to this? I look forward to this. Because I wrote most of these. No, I didn't write any of these drunk. I was sober for all of this. I have done that before. This questions turned out very weird. Robert, your first question in the category of Swords and Sandals.
Mm-hmm.
What special gift does Empirus have in 2014's Hercules?
Yep, this is about starting out as well as I thought this category would go. So I'm going to multiple choice it, please.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, super strength, B, the ability to heal, C, the ability to breathe underwater, or D, the ability to see people's death.
I'm going to say D, as in dog.
D, the ability to see people's death is correct for 1 point.
Okay.
I was about to say, this was the one that people watched with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and not the weird The Legend of Hercules one that came out the same exact time.
Mm.
Your second question, Robert.
Mm-hmm.
Who directed 300 Rise of an Empire?
Damn it. Trying to think if I have this name right. Do I want to shoot for this?
5, 4, 3.
Noam Monroe.
Can I have you say that for me one more time, please?
Noam Monroe.
Noam Monroe is incorrect.
Okay.
Jeremy, your chance for the 2-point steal. Who directed 300 Rise of an Empire?
I honestly don't know, so I'll say Noah Monroe.
Noah Monroe is also incorrect.
Yeah.
Y'all were both right there.
Yeah.
It's Noam Moreau.
Fuck,
Okay.
that's what it is. God damn
There's
it.
no N in his last name.
Fuck. Yeah.
Robert, I'm sorry. I hate to do it.
No,
But
you're fine.
I love to do it.
It was the
What-
Noam that was the part that was
Yes.
I was forgetting. But thank you for doing that.
Question number 3. What year saw the release of the Mel Brooks Sword and Sandals comedy, History of the World, Part 1?
Damn it. Multiple choice, please.
Your multiple choice options are A, 1979, B, 1980, C, 1981, or D, 1982.
1981.
1981 is correct for
Okay.
1 point.
Cool.
Question number 4. What does Variana do that comforts Spartacus while she is watching him hang on the cross in Spartacus?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, gives him wine, B, reads him the Torah, C, tells him she loves him, or D, shows him their son.
Can I get a repeat of the options, please?
Yes, you get one free one without burning a repeat.
Hmm.
Is it A, gives him wine, B, reads him the Torah, C, tells him she loves him, or D, shows him their son?
I'm going to say reads him the Torah.
That is incorrect.
Okay.
Jeremy, your chance for the 1 point steal. What does Variana do that comforts Spartacus while she is watching him hang on the cross in Spartacus? A, gives him wine, B, reads him the Torah, C, tells him she loves him, or D, shows him their son?
It's D, shows him their son.
That is correct for 1 point.
Okay.
And Robert, your final question in the category of Swords and Sandals.
Mm-hmm.
Who plays Paris, Hector's younger brother who kills Achilles in Troy?
Orlando Bloom.
That is correct for 2 points.
And a tie game.
And with that, Chad, I am so excited. Every single match in this TMG tournament has ended in a knockout or a TKO. I have said this match is where it stops. And I don't have to think that that's the case. That is happening because it is a tied game.
I don't
Jeremy
think
and Robert,
we expected anything else from these two.
we
to be
really did.
honest.
We really didn't. Jeremy and Robert are both at 14 points. So with that, round number 3 is the guess a random number round. Each competitor is going to give me 3 numbers ranging from 1 through 15. Each number corresponds to a category, and the way you give me these numbers depends on the difficulty of your question. I will ask you a 2-point question, a 3-point question, and a 5-point question. Jeremy, you are technically the favorite. So with that, 3 numbers, 1 through 15, please.
3, 7, and 12.
3, 7, and 12, not 13 that I just wrote. Robert, same question. 3 numbers, 1 through 15.
I'm gonna do 9, 4, and 11.
9, 4, and 11. So the way this works, if both of you miss your 2-point question, we'll just go back and forth until there's a lead change. Robert, because you're technically not the favorite, although you might be the favorite in my heart, but Jeremy, you're also the favorite in my heart. Number 9, your 2-point question, Robert, comes in your strength, 90 sports.
Son of a bitch. I wish it was.
Let's see how it works out for you. What university does Rudy play for?
University of Notre Dame.
Thank you for being able to use context clues to know that the movie I'm asking about is the film Rudy.
Yes.
Notre Dame is correct for 2 points. Jeremy, we're going to go ahead and move to you.
Yep.
You gave me number 3. I will say Robert got his strength. Wouldn't it be poetic if you got your strength? This is where I'm like, ha, you didn't. You got this
Yep.
one. No, you actually got your strength. Number 3 is
right.
classics.
Hooray.
Okay.
I
You'll
avoid.
use them at the wrong times.
Yeah.
Yep.
Your 2-point question in the category of classics. What does the Tin Man actually receive from the wizard in The Wizard of Oz?
It's a medal.
That is incorrect.
Oh, damn it.
That was the lion.
Oh, of course.
The
Dang
Tin
it.
Man received a heart-shaped clock.
That's
Okay.
right.
Because it's ticking, because it's technically a heart, but it ticks like a beating heart. Jeremy, with that,
Yeah.
Scarecrow
we are
got
moving
a
on to
diploma.
yes, Scarecrow got a diploma. That was the 3-point question. It's not actually, but Jeremy, question number 7, number 7 comes in the category of Indiana Jones.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Your 3-point question. What is the name of the Chinese crime lord who owns the Kenobi Club in Temple of Doom?
Lao Chi.
Lao Chi, Lao She, Lo Chi, probably not Lo Chi. That is correct for 3 points. And retaking the lead. Robert, your 4-point question comes in the category of Adam. Your 3-point question, number 4, comes in the category of Adam Sandler.
Okay.
Who plays Warden Rudolph Hazen in 2005's The Longest Yard?
James Cromwell.
James Cromwell is correct for 3 points. Let's see, we're currently at 19 to 17. Jeremy, we're moving on to you. This is your 5-point question. You gave me number 12. which corresponds to the category Leonardo DiCaprio. In Gangs of New York, which city does Jenny want Amsterdam to escape with her to? Just a reminder, both of you have all three of your repeats. Five, 4, 3, 2,
Repeat.
1. In Gangs of New York, which city does Jenny want Amsterdam to escape with her to?
I'm not going to draw this out, guys. I'm just going to take a shot. New Orleans.
And your winner, by way of scoring more points, Robert Castner. The correct answer is San Francisco. So that, Jeremy, I will let you sit and wallow in that incorrect answer as I kick you out, because this is a room for only winners. Jeremy, you lost, makes you a loser. Robert, you pulled out the win. Perfect round one. First off, congrats. That's only happened twice. You are the second person in TMG trivia to score a perfect round one. Congrats.
Is that in the tournament or ever?
Since I have run this thing.
Okay.
Wow.
Who was the other? Because I want to punch them. No, I don't. I just want to know who it is.
Pretty sure it was Abel.
Oh, well, he's in my
Pretty
faction and I love him, so that's fine.
And I think that was his
No
team's
punches.
match, if memory serves correct.
Okay.
His team's match where him and Luis played two other people that I think that was Jake Tato and
Tim. His
Tim.
name?
Hardest
Tim,
question
what's your
of the
last
night.
name?
Tim,
Yeah.
that's right.
Tim, I don't remember your last name. Message me privately. Tell me how much of a failure I am. I will accept it. I also don't remember their team name. So, but yes, Abel, the only
Spice
other
Boy.
perfect Spice Boys. Way to go, Chad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Abel, the only other perfect round one. So you're in great company.
I am. He's a great guy, so I'm happy.
And then I thought you did pretty decent in your round two category. Again, having to go to multiple choice, but was able to work your way around that pretty well and avoided most of the steals. So you did a great job. And then you answered a round three question. You answered 2 round three questions, which doesn't happen a lot. How are you feeling after that?
I'm obviously good about the round one. The only one I didn't know really was the San Andreas, because the only time I've really watched that was when I was in Miami with my wife, and I think we were recovering from a hangover, and I didn't see the beginning part. So I was just thinking about what's geographically close to like San Francisco and stuff and San Andreas fault line. And that's just what I came up with. I think, obviously I was looking for My Strength or Wizarding World or anything else besides the two categories really in classics that got spun. I've gotten the Noah Morrow question before, and I didn't know it at all then. I just read about 300 Rise of an Empire, and I'm mad I fucked that up. But other than that, I mean, those are not movies I have watched, really. I want to watch Spartacus. I just haven't got to it yet. And then, round 3 categories in my favor. I'm lucky also that Jeremy got opponent's choice. 5 points from that is like way more than I expected to get out of like picking that category. So I'm very happy with how this went. I'm very shocked because Jeremy is he's one of those like unstoppable force guys. There are people in the community who are good at trivia. There are people who are great. And then there are people who are like killing machines, like Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees. And that's what I think of when I think of Jeremy Adams. So I was expecting to get killed here. The fact that I pulled out a victory is kind of shocking. If you ask anybody who knows me, they'll say this is just par for the course, where I think I'm worse than I am. But no, I'm my own toughest critic. I just know what I know, and I don't know what I don't know. And I just got lucky today. I think I'm just really happy to be moving on.
I'm very happy for you to be moving on.
Thank
And talking about moving on,
Mhm.
you will be taking on the winner of Calvin Shepard
Ooh.
and Robbie Moore.
Ah,
Luckily for you, that match has already happened.
okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and throw you out there. Do you know who you're taking on?
Calvin.
You do not watch TMG trivia.
No, I
How
do. I just
dare
haven't
you?
watched that episode.
You haven't
Apparently.
watched that one. That's
Okay.
fair. I
Okay.
love doing that because it makes you feel bad.
No.
Even though it's been out for almost a week now, you are actually taking on newcomer Robbie Moore.
Sweet.
He was the first alternate of the tournament, and he did a pretty decent job winning his match against Calvin Shepard,
hmm
as you guessed, by technical knockout.
Okay.
So,
That
any
means
thoughts?
he's pretty good. So that means I have to step up.
I will neither confirm nor deny if he's good or not, because he's beaten me, but you don't have to be good to beat me because I suck at movie trivia. And I'm not going to say he did great. I'm not going to say he did bad. He won, and that's all that matters.
I might go from this to go watch that match to see what it was like so I could do my homework.
Yes, get me from 13 views to 14, Robert. I would greatly appreciate that. With that, I'm not going to say how long until your next match because I frankly do not know. I will just say not as long as the last break you had. But with that, Robert, thank you so much for competing. Congrats on the win, and I'm going to
Congrats.
go ahead and
Thank
kick
you.
you out. Now I have to change hats and put on my counseling hat. False, it's the same hat. Jeremy, I just want to say you did a great job in round number one. I believe you had 7 points,
8.
8 points. Yep,
Yeah.
you missed two.
Yeah.
I will say that will get you the lead in almost any match in TMG trivia. And then saddled with opponent's choice, where he gave you what you spun away from in Kaiju, um, which I will say you did a really good job at that category. You scored more points than Robert because you ended that tied. And round number three just didn't go your way, unfortunately.
Yeah.
How are you feeling after that?
I feel fine because when you play somebody as great as Robert, it's like you can't really feel bad when you lose to them unless it's like a knockout or something. And thankfully, it was a pretty competitive match. I was feeling a little bad after round one, like not seeing him get that perfect round and being a little behind. But then, round two, I did what I had to do, and I felt like that made the match more competitive. So, yeah, I don't feel bad. I feel like I should have known those round three ones that I missed, but it's just like, when you're in the heat of a match, sometimes you just can't pull out that knowledge, even if it's in there somewhere. I kind of like on Gangs of New York, I kind of had an idea it was something California, but I'm like, it couldn't be Los Angeles. It was like longer ago than that. And I maybe could have dug a little deeper to get to San Francisco, but I just, for whatever reason, wasn't going to get there. And that happens with those 5 pointers. So I can't feel too bad about that, with the deep cut movies, and that's a movie that I really like, but it's been a while. So yeah, and Robert he's great, and I'm excited to see him go forward in the tournament. And whatever happens next, I think I'm hoping that maybe I won't have a Robert Castner next time when I eventually get another match. And we'll see what we can do then.
Well, and we would love to have you again. I will say you were thinking California. New Orleans is nowhere near California, but it
I
is.
know. I was like, I feel like it's California, but it's not Los Angeles. So I'm just going to say something else.
Okay. Hey, it's a good city. It's a good city.
Yeah.
So you're almost there.
Yeah.
Um, I definitely won't give you Robert next time. I will say it will be a little bit before your next match, but hopefully
Yeah.
towards like round three, round four, in order to kind of just like what Aaron did with the movie Battleground tournament. I'll start getting some of the people who either didn't compete at all, or some people who lost in the first round, some more shots to compete, to kind of give the other guys a break from winning. Um, is there anyone in particular that you would like to take on?
Um, Not off the top of my head, but there's a lot of great guys in this league. I'm not sure who entirely would be in contention, but yeah, I playing Obel was awesome. So it's always, maybe somebody new that I haven't played before, like Obel, would be great. It's always neat to play those newer guys and see how it goes.
All right. Well, I'll definitely see what I can do a little bit further down the road once we're kind of finishing up this
Absolutely,
tournament. But
of course.
of course, you always have a place here. I'm not going to
Thank
say you can't compete because you're retired, or you can't compete because you're writing for the Schmodown. I like having you here. So with that, Jeremy, I'm going to kick you out. Chad, I'm finally going to talk to you. Chad, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. That was a really fun match to watch.
That was really fun. Just be a part of any thoughts now that we're done with it.
Yeah, I mean, just seeing them face off was really great. Robert kind of was able to get a first kind of cut in there with leading in round one after round one, and then also, Jeremy spinning opponent's choice. And then, but Jeremy fought back really hard to get up there and make things tied. However, questions just didn't go his way at the end there. And, he missed a key 5-pointer. And sometimes that's just how it goes.
That is how it goes.
I don't want to play any of those two players today. Let's just say that right now. I need a couple more matches, hopefully.
Well, I will say, you have a while before that match. This was if you look at a bracket, this is the final match in your semifinal area. Or if you took the bracket and broke it in half, so like this, your match was here, this match was here. So now we're gonna go to this side. So if you continue to win, and if Robert continues to win, you will be taking him on. But you have a couple matches until then, so we shall see. We shall see. But Chad, thank you so much for being a part of this. I'm gonna kick you out as I close. Thank you so much for watching this. If you liked it, hit that little thumbs up button. It does mean a lot to me. Leave a comment. Comment if you knew the answer to that Wizard of Oz question. I love the Wizard of Oz. It's like one of my favorite movies ever. So of course, if you get a classics question, good strong chance you're gonna get a Wizard of Oz question. Just to warn you. But for Chad, for Robert, for Jeremy, thank you so much for watching. Tim, your last name is Steven. I just remembered that. I didn't forget about you. Don't worry. But have a good day. Stay safe and make good choices. Or don't. I don't care. Not your dad. But I could be your papa.